While your feeling tone is uniquely yours, still it is expressed in a certain fashion that is shared by all consciousness focused in physical reality. So, in those terms, you spring from the earth as all other creatures and natural living structures. You are, while physical, a portion of nature, therefore, not apart from it. Trees and rocks possess their own consciousness and also share a gestalt consciousness even as the living portions of your body. The cells and organs have their own awareness and a gestalt one. So the race of man also has individual consciousness and a gestalt or mass consciousness of which you individually are hardly aware. The mass race consciousness, in its terms, possesses an identity. You are a portion of that identity while still being unique, individual, and independent. You are confined only to the extent that you have chosen physical reality and so placed yourself within its context of experience. While physical, you follow physical laws or assumptions. These form the framework for corporeal expression. Within this framework, you have full freedom to create your experience, your personal life in all of its aspects, the living picture of the world. Your personal life and to some extent your individual living experience help create the world as it is known in your time. In this book, we will be speaking about your own subjective world and your part in the creation of events, both private and shared. It is important before we continue that you realize that consciousness is within all physical phenomena, however. It is vital that you realize your position within nature. Nature is created from within. The personal life that you know rises up from within you, yet it is given. Period. Since you are part of being, then in a certain fashion, you give yourself the life that is being lived through you. You make your own reality. There is no other rule. Knowing this is the secret of creativity. I have spoken of you, yet this must not be confused with the you that you often think you are. The ego alone. For the ego is only a portion of you. It is that expert part of your personality that deals directly with the contents of your conscious mind and is concerned most directly with the material portions of your experience. The ego is a very specialized portion of your greater identity. It is a portion of you that arises to deal directly with the life that the larger you is living. The ego can feel cut off, lonely, and frightened, however, if the conscious mind lets the ego run away with it. The ego and the conscious mind are not the same thing. The ego is composed of various portions of the personality. It is a combination of characteristics ever changing that act in unitary fashion. The portion of the personality that deals most directly with the world. The conscious mind is an excellent perceiving attribute, a function that belongs to inner awareness, but in this case is turned outward toward the world of events. Through the conscious mind, the soul looks outward. Left alone, it perceives clearly. In certain terms, the ego is the eye through which the conscious mind perceives, or the focus through which it views physical reality. But the conscious mind automatically changes its focus throughout life. The ego, while appearing the same to itself, ever changes. It is only when the conscious mind becomes rigid in its direction or allows the ego to take on some of its own functions that difficulties arise. Then the ego allows the conscious mind to work in certain directions and blocks its awareness in others. And so it is from your larger identity that you form the reality that you know. It is up to you to do this with joy and vigor, clearing your conscious mind so that the deeper knowledge of your greater identity can form joyous expressions in the world of the flesh. That marks the end of Seth Speaks, The Nature of Personal Reality. This was Chapter 1 in our Part 6. If you've enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to like, share, and of course subscribe for more. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you.